Hello, welcome to Papa Nick's Music. I am, as always, your host, Papa Nick Lewis, and today we're talking about Christmas music. I love Christmas music. I am fairly rare, I think, among musicians who actually likes Christmas music. Maybe it's just the ones I hang out with, but I'm also unusual in that I am very big on celebrating Christmas, even though I am an atheist. But hey, Christmas has among its many components there. We've got Yule, the good old-fashioned pagan festival, which is where we get all of our evergreen iconography from, as well as the modern commercial secular Christmas, Santa Claus and Ho 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 and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and all of that sort of stuff. So, yeah, it's a pretty big buffet. And I enjoy partaking of this buffet. So today I'm going to give you my 10 favorite Christmas albums. I'm not worrying about the subjectivity notice this time because I'm not saying that these are the 10 best Christmas albums. I'm saying that they are my favorites. And that's different, right? These are the ones I like. These are the ones it's the holiday season when you come to my house and you hear this music playing in the background. And coming in at number 10, I actually have a proxy. My number 10 is we'll get it to where you don't see my ring light. It is the Time Life Treasury of Christmas from Time Life Books. It's a 3 CD set. Back in the good old days, it used to be multi-album. This is the proxy stand-in. When I was a kid, going back several years now, when I was a kid, you could get gas station records. You could go to a gas station, you'd fill up your tank, and for an extra buck or two, you could get a record. And a lot of these records were seasonal records. When I was a kid, my favorite Christmas record, out of all of the Christmas records we had in our house, my favorite Christmas record was a gas station record. And they were like the records you could get over the through the mail, right? K-Tel and stuff like that came later. Time Life started doing records by mail, right? All of these were, those gas station records, the K-Tel records, the Time Life Treasury of Music, Treasury of Christmas, excuse me. They were all just good compilations of a nice, like foundational level of traditional Christmas music, right? You would have songs by artists that you knew, songs by artists that you'd never heard of, but most of it would be the stuff that you'd hear it playing in grocery stores, you'd hear it playing in shopping centers, and you could get it off a gas station record or the Time Life Treasury of Christmas. So number 10 is a good, solid, in this case, the Time Life Treasury, but it could be any good, solid compilation of basic traditional Christmas music. I'll start it over here. That's my discard pile. Coming in at number 9. Okay, I don't believe in guilty pleasures. I don't use that label. I don't like the whole concept of it. If something gives you pleasure, there is no reason to feel guilty about it. If you like it, that's good enough. If you like it and you think other people will look down on you for liking it, then you are the victim of bullying. And, I don't like guilty pleasures. I don't like the concept. This is as close as I've got to a guilty pleasure, though. And it's Mannheim Steamroller. Mannheim Steamroller is good stuff. I've got, I think, 3 Mannheim Steamroller Christmas albums. I have no idea how many they've actually managed to crank out. But I really like this music. I enjoy the arrangements that they have. I enjoy the instrumentation. Mannheim Steamroller. Can't go wrong with Mannheim Steamroller. Coming in at number 7. Number 8. Yeah, it's been a long day. Coming in at number 8, we've got In the Christmas Mood by the Glenn Miller Orchestra. I love this. There are really only two problems with this CD. If you're not familiar with "In the Christmas Mood" by the Glenn Miller Orchestra, the Glenn Miller Orchestra is, I was about to say, is still cranking out the stuff. This was 1992, so they may have stopped by now, but they may still be going. I don't know. I didn't look it up. I frankly don't care one way or the other. But it's an orchestra that does music in the Glenn Miller style. I'm not sure how they get away with using the name. I don't know what kind of licensing deal they've signed or anything like that. Like I said, I don't really care, so I haven't researched it. But "In the Christmas Mood" is a bunch of Christmas songs. "I'll Be Home for Christmas," "Silent Night," "Sleigh Ride," "Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer," "Silver Bells." I mean, it's just basic Christmas music, but it's done in the style of the Glenn Miller Orchestra. And I love the Glenn Miller Orchestra. I can listen to big band music from the 40s all day long. I love that stuff. And there are really only two problems with this. The first problem is that the song, the title track, "In the Christmas Mood," is, I want to say, I'm not wearing my glasses, so I can't really read it all super carefully, but it's the only non-traditional song on here. It was, I'm pretty sure, written for this album, and it's not a particularly good song. It's a little bit too in the mood. Get it? Yuck, 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 and I like a little bit more subtlety in my lyrics. But the second thing, that's a minor thing. That just means there's a skipper on the album. Okay, no biggie there. The other issue is much more pervasive, and that is one of the singers, the featured female vocalist. I don't know who this woman is, and I'm sure she's a lovely woman. I'm sure she's adored by all of her friends and family. But she is just slightly off pitch, and she's got a very piercing voice. So even if she's dead on pitch, it's still going to be but to be just like even a millimeter off pitch and have that piercing of a voice is just, man, there are a couple of songs on here that I can't really listen to, or if I do, when the vocals start back up, I'll turn it down noticeably until the vocals are done, and I'll listen to the instrumentation again. If we could take her out, man, this would be up toward the top of my list. As it is, number 8. That ain't too bad. Okay, number 7. I've already had at number 10, I had the Time Life Treasury of Christmas. That was my placeholder for your generic Christmas compilations. But there is one Christmas compilation album that I've got. Let me double check. Yeah, it's the only other one on the... Yeah. There's one compilation that I've got that deserves its own spot on the top 10. And that is Rhino Records' Hipster's Holiday. Oh, do I... good friend of mine from college gave me this one year. And it's got some Louis Armstrong, Cool Yule, Christmas Night in Harlem. It's got Eartha Kitt's Santa Baby on it. Boogie Woogie Santa Claus by Mabel Scott. But what really just makes this a treasured possession that I will listen to every Christmas, there are 2 tracks on here. First is, look at, there it is, the Tim Fuller Experience with Silent Night. Oh my God. It's just, every time I hear it, it's a reminder that, even on the Las Vegas Strip, they've got to celebrate Christmas. It's fantastic. But the other one is Miles Davis's Blue Xmas, To Whom It May Concern. Oh man, I love this album. It's chock full of good stuff, and it's got a couple of things that just, I think I'm up to number 6. I've lost track, and I didn't make a list of this. I just have the stack over here. So Yeah, let's call it number 6. I've got Leon Redbone's Christmas Island. I love Leon Redbone, and there is some really good stuff on here. His version of Winter Wonderland is good. His version of Blue Christmas is one of the few versions of Blue Christmas that I'll listen to and enjoy. Christmas Island is good. That Old Christmas Moon, I mean, just screams to be sung by Leon Redbone. Good stuff. If you like Leon Redbone, oh, you're going to love this. I love Christmas Island. Okay, we're in our top 5. Yes, we're in our top 5. Number 5. I'm actually filming. Normally, I do my taping of these things. I release it on Friday, but I do my taping on Thursday. This one, I am doing my taping on Wednesday because tomorrow, I know I'm going to be too excited because tomorrow evening, even though the cold weather is scheduled to hit and everything is going to freeze and life as we know it in Central and South Texas is going to become very, very difficult, I'm still very excited because tomorrow evening I have tickets to go see Chris Isaak doing his holiday show. I love Chris Isaak. And his first Christmas album. He's got a new one out this year that I have not heard yet. But his first Christmas album is fantastic. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, his version is probably the best I've heard. He's got a few originals on here that are very good. Washington Square is good. Last Month of the Year I don't think is an original one. Christmas on TV, that's the one I was looking for. Good album. I love Chris Isaak. Okay. Number 4 is a venerable classic. And it is... Oh, here we go. Johnny Mathis, Merry Christmas. I love Johnny Mathis. And this is Christmas in a nutshell, right? I was about to start listing. There's not a bad track on here, and it's Johnny Mathis. I mean, come on, Johnny Mathis, Merry Christmas. Oh, fantastic album. Number 3. Come on, Beach Boys Christmas album. This would be number 1 if I judged it by the first side. The first side, we've got Little Saint Nick, The Man with All the Toys, Santa's Beard, Merry Christmas Baby, and Christmas Day. The songs that Brian wrote for them, the songs that they are doing, that are actual Beach Boys songs. The rest of the songs are traditional hits that were arranged by Dick Reynolds. Yeah, Dick Reynolds. And yeah, I can go without those. Frosty the Snowman, Blue Christmas, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. It's just, they're not bad songs, but I'm not buying an album of the Beach Boys to hear somebody else's orchestrations and them laying vocals on top of them. No, I want Brian to arrange the whole thing. So I really like half of this album, and the other half can play in the background and I won't object too much, but at the same time, yeah, I really like half the album. Now we've got our top 2. Number 2, Charlie Brown Christmas. This is the version I got a couple of years, probably 5 years ago now, at Starbucks. I have had this on cassette. I had it on CD until it developed legs and walked off after I had a Christmas party. And if that isn't a cruel, sad indictment on the human condition. This is my second CD version. I've always got to have a copy of this thing. When somebody swipes this one, I'll buy another thing. I am of an age that one of the things that told you that Christmas was coming, that we had officially entered the Christmas season. This is before Black Friday. This is before, Christmas decorations being on display at the end of, day after Halloween, it seems. One of the things that really told you that Christmas was just right around the corner was when the network started showing Christmas specials. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, and Charlie Brown Christmas. And so as it does with most people my age, this album is a significant chunk of my childhood, and it's still one of my favorite Christmas albums. It is not my favorite Christmas album, though. My favorite Christmas album, in a slightly unusual selection, I think. I haven't actually done a lot of checking out other people's top Christmas album ranking videos or anything like that because, come on. But I would be surprised if anybody else has as their very favorite Christmas album Barenaked for the Holidays. I love this album. I love Barenaked Ladies first off. I love the fact that this is holidays. We've got some Hanukkah songs on here. Thank you very much, Steve. But it also has some fantastic original music. Ed songs, Footprints, Snowman, Elf's Lament. I really love Jim's song, Christmas Picks. I love this album. This is, every year, it's the first album I play. This is the album that I play when I'm putting up my Christmas tree and when I'm decorating the Christmas tree. And it's usually the last album I play before I put all the Christmas stuff back on the shelf in the back before I get it out for the following year. Barenaked for the Holidays, my favorite Christmas album. And those are my 10 favorite Christmas albums. What are your favorite Christmas albums? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. I'd appreciate knowing. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for sticking it out this long. If you did enjoy the video, I would appreciate it if you'd click that thumbs up like icon. I would also appreciate it if you'd subscribe to the channel. I'm always on here babbling about music. Every once in a while I babble about comedy, and I would love to have you sitting in on the babbling and participating in the conversation. If you do click on the subscribe button, then go ahead and click the notification icon as well, because you're going to want to be notified if you... Thank you very much again, and I hope that the rest of your day is glorious and an extra roll because it's Christmas. I hope your holiday season is gratifying. See you soon.